plus 50 pips profit trading in London today, and why I decided to go flat the market, just jump out of the trades that I was in. I could have been leaving money on the table, but it turned out that it was the right decision. Didn't know that at the time. It's just what I wanted to do. I needed to have a winning day today. Let's get straight over to the charts. Please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the bell, you'll get the heads up as and when I post new videos. Hi again and welcome back. It's the 20th of May 2020. I'm just into the 10 minutes into the London session. I've just finished the live London trade planning webinar with the Price Action Traders Institute members. And while I think about it, if you'd like to find out more about joining us, all the details are in the description just below this video. And I'm filled on two pairs at the moment, just two positions right now. Not two pairs, sorry, two positions. I took the Euro US dollar just before I started the trade plan with the members, and I got in this at 40 as it came through one of our entry points. And I was looking for further upside movement, seeing that happening right now. Price has pushed up nice and strong through that 50. We're seeing strength in the euros at the moment and in the pound pairs. So this has come through that 50 level. I've locked in just below that. I've locked in 8 pips, which gives me a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I use an 8 pip stop loss on this. So looking for that price to continue this upside move. And my take profit is just above that previous day's high up at 80 at the moment. So we'll see what this does. So 8 pips locked on the Euro US dollar. Second pair that I'm holding, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Not looking so good. There's just over 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes left on this candle. So I need to see what this candle does as it closes to decide whether I'm going to stick with it or not. But just a little bit in the red at the moment. We were seeing weakness in the Canadian dollar on both pairs that we trade, but seems to be reversing just at the moment, just a little bit. So I'll keep an eye on this and see what happens on the candle close. That's it. That's where I am right now. Just those two positions. I'll pause the video for now, and I'll be back with you in a little while to give you an update and let you know what's happening with these two, and if I get filled on anything else. Back soon. Okay, back with you. It's 23 minutes past 8, and I'm in 3 positions at the moment. The Euro US dollar, seen that move up there, way through that 50. I said before that I've got 8 pips locked in on this, and I'm looking for this price. It's still sort of like holding its own at the moment, so just looking for this to continue this upside move up to where I've got my take profit at the moment at 80. Caught a trade on the US dollar, Japanese yen, hit one of my pending orders, and got this short, looking for price to come down towards this 50 level where my take profit is at the moment. Got in this at 71 as it broke through an entry point. And Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, took this as it came through an entry point, looking for it to push through this 20 level down towards the 0.0 where you can see I've got my take profit now. So that Canadian dollar weakness starting to come back into play again. But no trade for me on the US dollar, Canadian dollar at the moment. I'm looking for an entry point on that, but holding that Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. And that's where I am right now. 3 positions, and I'll be back in a little while to give you an update. Okay, back with you. It's 35 minutes past 8, and this Euro US dollar, I had 8 pips locked in on that. Move my price stop up, and you can see price is pulling back down now. That euro strength that we were seeing is just dying out, and it's dropping down again. So hit my price stop, giving me plus 8 pips on the Euro US dollar. Euro Japanese yen, just seen this hit an entry point and looking for a downside move on this. Just need to pull my stop in place, which is there. And while I'm at it, I may as well pull my take profit in place. Going to bring it down to that first level there at 50. So looking for this price to push back through that 80 level and down to the 50 where my take profit is. Australian dollar, US dollar, took this as it came through an entry point. Looking for this to continue this nice downside move, seeing that weakness in the Australian dollar and strength in the US dollar, I believe. Let me just quickly check and see what we're seeing. Yep, looking like it across the board. So Australian dollar, US dollar, seeing this downside move, taking it short, looking for it to come through this 20 level down to the 0.0, which is where I got my take profit on that. Got in the Australian dollar, US dollar at 35. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, again another entry point, seeing this push down now with that weakness in the Australian dollar, and looking for it to push through that 20 level. Let me see where we come in with that. No, I'll take my profit of that. I'm just going to set my take profit around about that 20 level, and I'll be happy with that. That'll give me a a good result. Unless of course I see this start to really ramp up this move, and of course if the Japanese yen comes into play strength, then I might consider pushing this take profit further down. But for now I'll leave it there and see how this goes, see how it plays out. This is something we have to do. We have to constantly look across the board, see what pairs are doing, look at what price action is doing, and adjust our take profits and price stops accordingly. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on that and see what it does. US dollar Japanese yen, got in this as it came through an entry point. Look at this downside move down towards 50. And the Canadian dollar Japanese yen, seeing it come through that 20 level there, and you can see my take profit is down here at the 0.0. So we'll see how that continues. We're seeing weakness in that Canadian dollar coming back into play again. And US dollar Canadian dollar, taking this as it comes through an entry point and looking for that further upside movement on this. Put my take profit up there near the 80 level. So just marking that in my journal at 45. Okay, I'll pause the video for now. I need to concentrate fully on what I'm doing with these trades and manage them properly. I'll come back and give you an update in a little while, let you know how they're playing out. So I'll be back soon. So back with you. It's 3 minutes past 9 and I've punched out of those remaining trades. What I thought I'd do is just put the markers on here just to show you where I got in, where I got out, and then I'll do the recap like I usually do and give you the summary, the final numbers. So Euro Japanese yen, these are the remaining trades that I was in. Bear in mind before these ones that I had remaining and that I punched out of, I'd made 8 pips on the Euro US dollar and I'd lost 5 pips on the Euro Japanese yen. So Euro Japanese yen, I took a re-entry on this as I had the opportunity to. I punched out of the initial trade, like I say, losing 5 pips. Took a re-entry on this, almost the same point as where I got in on the first trade. And you can see that just moved down a little way before I punched out. Australian dollar, US dollar, there's the entry point and the exit point on that. And it's, looking at this price now, I mean, we never know. I could have, in fact, I tweeted out just before I started recording this, saying that I'd gone flat the market and that I could be leaving money on the table. But I don't know, I was just feeling a bit rough today. I had a bad day yesterday. I'd lost 50 odd pips and I just wanted to see a winning day today just to get my mindset back on an even kill. So that's why I punched out. Now, looking at the way these prices are going, it was a good decision. But at the moment I actually took these trades off, I didn't know that. There's no way of knowing. But yeah, see those prices are pulling back. So Australian dollar, US dollar, you can see the entry point up there, that red mark and the yellow marks where I punched out. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, again a nice move down on this, getting out of that. And we're seeing that price pull back too. US dollar, Japanese yen, entry and exit point on that. US dollar, Canadian dollar, just a small little move on that, and again that price is pulling back. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, that price moved down quite nicely. That was yeah, that was the biggest win of the day, of the session. And that's it. So what I'll do, I'll flick over to the summary sheet now and give you the numbers and show you exactly what I pulled from the market today. So here we are with the summary sheet. You can see the wins here. Euro US dollar 8 pips, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen 11, Australian dollar, Japanese yen 13. US dollar, Japanese yen 7, Australian dollar, US dollar 6, Euro, Japanese yen 5, and US dollar, Canadian dollar 5. One loser, Euro, Japanese yen, that was minus 5 pips, leaving me with a total of 50 pips. And like I say, I just punched out of these trades. I don't know why, it's just that with the losing day yesterday and the way the market's been just recently, I just felt like I wanted a winning day, and you get times like that. And so to keep my mindset straight and to keep me in the right mind, I don't know, in the right frame of mind, I suppose, I just decided to punch out, happy with 50 pips. And looking back on it, it's fortunate that I did, because the majority of these just reversed, and I would have been stopped out or taken very, very small profits if I'd have locked in break even or something. So that's it. That's where I am today, plus 50 pips. Please remember to hit subscribe. If you'd like to know more about the way we trade, take a look in the description, and there's a link down there. And I'll close this down now, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks very much for watching.